I'm just going to begin by asking, of course, you have a background predominantly in comedy, and I was wondering if it was always your intention to one day move over to drama, or if it was just the screenplay just grabbed you.
No, I went and studied to be a dramatic director when I went to film school, and Arthur Miller, Eugene O'Neill, Steinbeck, those were all Shakespeare. They were Shakespeare's dramas. Those were the things that I loved. But I got the opportunity to direct commercials under Ridley Scott at his company when I was young, and the first commercial I got had comedy, and so I did that for many years. But I was always hoping one day I would be able to come back.
Is that just the way this industry works? Sometimes you've just got to ride a wave, I suppose, that you sort of find yourself on.
If you can find a way to work, you should probably do it, you know. And I loved it, and I pursued it for many years.
And in this role, I was just wondering, in this film, sorry, is the lead role someone that you felt you could relate to at all? Was there any of yourself in Robert Downey Jr.'s character?
Yeah, I mean, I got in trouble with the law a lot, and my father was a really powerful lawyer. So he was, you know, I've said it before, but I spent many nights in the kitchen with my father cross-examining me, trying to put together exactly what had happened when I'd been arrested. So I related to Hank Palmer and Robert Downey Jr.'s character.
That must have made it quite an intimate, I guess quite personal project for you in a way. Was there any scenes that were quite difficult for you to shoot, particularly obviously the shower scene, which was difficult to watch?
That was something that had happened in my family, and I felt very strongly about portraying that in a very realistic, honest way. But those scenes are sometimes, you know, you have to rise to the occasion as a director and be committed to those scenes, the harder scenes, so that the actors feel comfortable taking the risks and exposing themselves. You know, if I have any kind of hesitancy, I think that they feel it's like riding a horse. You can't show your fear.
And I was just going to say, I mean, Robert Duvall was insanely good in this movie. I mean, it's one of his finest performances of his career, which is really saying something.
Thank you.
It must just be a joy to direct someone like that.
It was an honor. It was an honor. And, you know, all of the actors were really committed to... The movie is about performances, and as a director, I tried to get out of the way of any kind of over cinema, over moving the camera, overdoing anything. We had a 3-week rehearsal process. We treated it like it was a play, and we just went in and, you know, let the actors try to carry the movie in that way that older movies used to do.
Yeah. But I mean, I was reading that Jack Nicholson was once a possibility for the role. I was wondering how far into negotiations that got, just because obviously he hasn't made anything for quite a while.
Yeah, we didn't get to any kind of negotiation. We were having conversations very early on. We had a meeting or two with him, but there was a distance between what we wanted to do, what he wanted to would have done, and it wasn't the movie. So, you know, we also Duvall. There were a couple names that were all kind of at the very top. So Bobby was always right there with Jack.
I mean, Downey Jr. as well, obviously, is incredibly good, and he's got this charisma that is almost unmatched by anyone else in Hollywood. I was just wondering, is that something that he continues on? If you shout cut, is he just the same person? Has he still got that kind of charm that he has on screen?
He's totally that guy. Yeah, I mean, he's one of the most charming and sweet and fun, also soulful men that I've ever met, and I think you really get to meet more of who he is as a real person in this movie than most people ever get to see of him. That's one of the things that's fascinating. He really brought himself to the role.
And just finally, I'm just wondering what you've got lined up in the future, if you might return back to comedy, or do you see more of a dramatic path for you now?
I had a really good time with this movie. I'm going to keep making some dramas. You know, there's some comedy in it too, so laughs here and there. But this was really fun for me. Brilliant. Good change of pace. If someone put a great comedy script in front of me, I'd do it in a second. But it has to be, the scripts are few and far between, and it's really always about the material. And this was a great piece of material, so, yeah.
We'll look forward to it anyway. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!